Well, hello there and welcome back to the channel. My name's Neil from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada, hence the reason why we call it Saskryker. If you want to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and that way you'll know all about what's going on here at the channel. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Anytime you see that logo of the Joker, that is Saskryker. Welcome to the second episode, and we're going to get into some of the products that I've purchased for my bike. The reason why I haven't shown you the bike yet is because it's in off-site storage. This is January in Saskatoon, and we've been hit with some pretty bitterly cold temperatures. And my bike being off-site, I'm not going to probably see it for about 3 months, 3.5 months, probably April. Who knows, it could be 4 months the way the weather's going lately. So we're going to talk about some of the products that I've purchased for the bike. Some products that I've started with and switched out to others, some of the things that I use for riding gear, my helmets, the things that I like to enjoy when I go on the bike. So the first thing I'm going to introduce to you is a product that I found on Instagram, and Joffy Joe 413 was one of the ones that kind of introduced me to this product, and it's the Notch Ryker Mods grill protection. Now, there's all kinds of grill protection products out there, and if you've seen a Ryker, you've got one, you know there's this big, huge opening on the front. It looks like a big mouth with the two headlights as eyes, but that whole big opening is now susceptible to pretty much anything that can come flying at you, and that can be any debris that's hitting it, whether it's rocks, stones, bugs, anything that's going to come at you. And those aluminum fins are pretty delicate. So what you want to do is to be able to protect that front end of your bike. And there's a lot of people that have put what look like barbecue grate grills. They've spray painted them. You'll see all kinds on YouTube and all the other social media sites where people are kind of doing their own homegrown versions of them and zip tying them in and getting them in front of the grill, which is great. If you can do that, I've got a buddy of mine, JT on 3, has done that with his, and his bike is all in blue, so he spray painted his a blue, or I think he's powder coated, I can't remember. Well, I'm sure JT will let me know soon enough after he's seen this. But the reason I went with this one out of the US is because of the customization you can do to it. So I'm going to show you the front end of the grill, but it's a system. It's two pieces. The back part has the grating, and then there are two pins that stick out on either side of the grill. And the reason for those two pins is for this. This is the piece that goes in front of the grill. So you've got added protection with this. You still get great airflow coming through, but now this is the second layer that's going to protect whether it's rocks or bugs or anything that comes flying at that front grill. You've got this, and then the other layer of screen behind here. Now those two pins that stick out are for these two spots right here. And that is where you mount it on. These just pop in and click in, and then of course, as you can see here, you can customize that. This is the second one I've got. The one that I've got on the front of mine right now that's in storage, it just says Ryker. Notch Ryker Mods will customize and cut out any logo or anything that you want to say in here. So you can customize this all you want. The nice thing is this plate that is customized, if you notice this purple here, I've got a silhouette vinyl cutter. So I've done some stuff that customized on my bike, and we'll get into in a little bit. But I've put this on just on the back part because the original is this green that I got from Notch. Then I got some vinyl and did the iridescent green. So I can change this out. If I don't like the iridescent green, or it gets a little beat up from bugs and dirt, flip it around, just unscrew it here and here, and then put the purple facing out, and then it has a whole new look to it. So I just love this system. You can't buy this as a standalone right off the top. You have to buy the system. And they also have lighting components and all kinds of other things that go with this system, but you have to buy the full system with the back grate and the pins and this to start off with. Then you can go and buy as many of these as you want, I guess. You can add lighting components to it and all of that. But Notch Ryker Mods, I found, is just, this product is really good. It's a heavy metal component. Again, I guess you can spray paint this out as to whatever color you want to match your Ryker, but I just thought it was a great product, and I really do like it because of the added protection that you get. So that's one of the pieces that I got for my bike right off the front of getting the bike. Was I was worried about all of that radiator exposed and the fins getting damaged, and ultimately, you know, maybe even springing a leak. So that's the one piece that I really like. The other thing that I got right off the bat was a windshield. A lot of folks don't get the windshield because they're just in urban settings. They're not doing a lot of highway or long distance riding. And again, it's rider fatigue. I like to go out on 6-7 hour day trips with mine, and I'm doing 120 kilometers an hour, 75 for those in the US. And after a while, that pressure of the wind hitting in front of you, or even hitting the top of your helmet, just buffeting your head, can get into a little bit of fatigue and a little bit of annoyance. So the first thing I did, got a windshield. But again, I did a lot of research on my windshield. I saw the one that BRP had out. It was a little too small for my liking. They now have the Adventure one that's a little bit bigger. And of course, there are all kinds of different companies that will sell you. Slingmods.com is another good resource for you to go have a look what they've got. The one that I looked at Sling Mods, but ultimately went to the manufacturer straight off, was F4 Customs out of Florida. And when I looked at that one, it had a bigger area. It was a little bit taller, 16 inches tall. Zia from Right About Now introduced me to this one. I watched his channel, and he did a great review on it, and you can still see it on YouTube. And it's wide enough too, because I wanted that air to go around and over top of me. If I'm going to be out on the road for any period of time, I don't want to be hit with a lot of debris. We live in Saskatchewan, so this is an agricultural province. And of course, there's going to be a lot of grain trucks, a lot of agricultural equipment, and of course, rocks are going to come flying at you, and God knows what else. And we've got bugs here, something fierce. So I didn't want to be hit with a lot of that as well. So again, there's a proprietary coating on this windshield that makes it so easy to clean, and you can use regular Windex or window cleaner, where a lot of these windshields you can't. You have to buy something else that doesn't have I don't know whether it's the ammonia or what it is in there that these windshields don't like. But with the F4 Customs out of Florida, it was a really good windshield. It's got this coating. You don't have to go buy anything special. Yes, it's expensive. But again, off the top, when you buy these things, it's an investment. You're going to hang on to a windshield. You're not going to be changing this thing out 3 or 4 times in the life of your Ryker. So again, the grill guard from Notch Ryker Mods and the windshield from F4 Customs, the first 2 things that I put on the bike. And when you're dealing with F4 Customs, you're actually dealing with the owner of the company. So when you're emailing or you're asking about shipping, and I worked out a deal with him to get my windshield up to Saskatoon, very nice guy. I couldn't believe, like Zia said, when he reached out, he was dealing with the owner of the company. I thought, yeah, this is a startup company, and you're going to deal with him maybe for the first little while, and then of course it's going to be a big corporation, and you're dealing with someone else. Nope, you're dealing with this owner of the company right off the bat. So F4 Customs out of Florida, if you're looking for a larger windshield, if you're going to be doing a lot of longer runs and day trips, and you want that wind, and if it rains, all that moisture and everything around and off of your body. But I would recommend getting a windshield if you're thinking of doing any kind of longer day trips or highway rides or things like that, and you're not used to that wind pressure hitting your chest. So those are the first 2 things that I put on my Ryker, and I've kind of gone from there. And I've got a theme going on with mine because I have the supersonic green panels on mine, which are a limited edition color. That's why you're going to see a lot of green. You're going to see green in what I'm wearing, green in the grill guards, and you're going to see a lot of green in a few of the other things that I've got. So, and it all stems from that. Even in the logo, you're going to see green and purple, which are the 2 main colors that I use. So again, those are the first 2 things that I've got. In the next episode, we're probably going to be talking about some of the riding gear and things, and just some of the items that I use for riding when I'm out there. Some of the add-ons and things that you may not have thought of if you're looking at getting a Ryker, or you just want to know for your bike, it doesn't even have to be for a Ryker, why I've chosen certain other products that will translate from Rykers onto other motorcycles as well. Like I said, the Ryker, this three-wheeled beauty, is a lot of fun to ride. So again, if you haven't had one or you've seen one around and kind of thinking about it, go into your local dealer, go into a Can-Am dealer, sit on the bike, talk to the owners of the dealership or the sales reps, and get their take on things, and do your research and go on the internet, go on YouTube. You'll find out a lot about, there are people that are going to be dissing this bike because there have been some issues in the US and some in Canada, but I'll tell you, I haven't had an issue with mine, and I don't abuse my bikes. I've had Harley Davidsons and Hondas, and now the Rykers. So I'm one of those people that takes good care of my bike. I maintain it well, and I don't abuse it, so I haven't had any problems with it. So again, my name's Neil. You've tuned in to Saskryker. Thank you so much for doing so. And again, if I could get you to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Saskryker on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and that's saskryker at gmail.com if you want to shoot me an email about things. Yeah, love to chat with you about anything to do with the bike and anything that you have maybe questions on. Hey, until next time, take care.